Um, how do we play on attack on this map? What's the strategy?
There's a lot of defaults, in my
Hmm.
opinion.
It's a very default heavy map. That's true. Okay, so let's kind of look at that, right? So first, we'll go through the comp, right? So you got Brimstone, and Sky, which are your main ones here
What if
that
you
you're
replace
really gonna want.
Sky with Gecko?
Yeah, you could do Sky with Gecko, but first, let's talk about why is Brimstone good on this map? Compare. Why is this like his main map?
His smokes can reach like very far range.
Because smokes are really long, you don't need
Yeah.
rechargeable smokes on this map because you have free smokes when you just hit a side, it's gonna be good enough. And then his one is really good to stop bushes.
Yeah, so the default on this map, you don't need smokes, especially if you have a double controller, if you do Viper with it. But even if you don't have Viper with this, you don't need to use any smokes for your default because it's all like small lanes here where you don't have to worry about anyone shooting you from multiple directions. You only have to worry about smoking when you take sight, right? Because then there's multiple angles. Or B, you have to smoke these two. These are the smokes for Brim on B. And then you have one more smoke that you can use for post plant. You get re-smoke something when the smoke goes away. But yeah, they're big smokes. They last a long time, and they don't need to be rechargeable in this map. Okay, why else?
His alt is really good for like hookah or lamps.
Yep. Yeah, so his alt can there's a lot of spaces that are pretty much as big as the Brim alt. There's like a fun strat where you could do if they're playing showers every round, you can ult like right here and then rush in really fast, and then the defenders are stuck in showers, right? You could rush A and just ult U-Haul if they play in U-Haul a lot. You can um, you can ult long if they're coming out long, or hookah if they're coming out hookah or they're stuck in hookah, right? You could combo a Sage Slow with the ult, right? There's a lot of things you could do with the Brim ult. It's also good for post plant. This map, especially B side, is good for post plant. So yeah, so the ult's good. Also, the incendiary is great for delaying pushes. Um, so that's good, and post plant. And then why is the stim good?
Mm. It allows you to fast rotate and to really fast get the side.
Yeah, so the fast rotate's really important because there's you don't have to go very far on defense to get to the other site. So you can like this map really revolves around rotates a lot because of the teleporters. There's like attackers, if they play the map correctly, they'll rotate a lot, and when they do a default, they'll run like, they'll spread out across the map, and then um, just watch everything, and then they'll like maybe put some pressure towards showers with like Sky and Rays, and then they'll let me make these bigger. So like you start a default like this, and then you'll get let me put and then you'll make noise here, and then you'll go back, and then you'll make noise over here, and then you'll teleport, and basically there's a lot of rotating going on, so there's a lot of movement around the map. Okay, so yeah, that's why Brim's good. And then now for Sky, Sky is good because why? Why is Sky good on this map?
To get the info
Yeah,
wherever
you
you
can
want
get
to.
a lot of info.
There's a ton of info you can get, and her dog is also really strong to take a lot of space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Silva's decent on this map, but Sky's like always picked in pro because the dog is just really good for like a fast hit. It's good for
Better than drone.
yeah, it's faster. Um, and just a lot of things work better with Sky on this map. And there's a lot of walls going on, a lot of smokes and walls, like Viper walls and Brim smokes that you could flash through. So this guy's good. And then the Seekers helps you can rotate really fast if you know that like two people are on A and there's only one guy on B, you could go to B, right? So the Seekers are good for that. And obviously the heal's good. But one change with Sky is the guiding light is no longer rechargeable. So that's why a lot of people opt for Gecko. Gecko can use like there's a flash you can do here where you're just in this corner and you just keep throwing your flash up long for info and maybe for a peek. So Sky's still like you should always use Sky, but Gecko's another great initiator to throw on top of Sky because of the rechargeable util, right? And he also has for his ult that's also a drone, his Thrash, and then he has like the Mosh Pit, which is good for area denial. Um, so yeah, so Brim and Sky are definitely your top two, and then we have like for the duelists we have Raze. Why is Raze good?
To break Hyodil. Mainly.
Yeah, she could break util with satchels and stuff, but her movement is really good with the satchels. So like what you could do is you could take early shower space and like, nade to deny the orb, and then you could satchel back and rotate off. You can
I feel like your
do
movement is also really strong to like solo take hookah if you want to look out there. Or like
yeah,
just
it's not as good anymore because they made the distance not as far, but
but it's still
but
pretty good to take space.
yeah, it's still good. It's still good to take space. But you can satchel into U-Haul really fast. You can satchel into B site, right? It's a lot better than trying to use Jet. Like her util is just better. She could reach all the elevation with her satchels, like on top of the truck and all that. So yeah, Race is good. So that's like your duelist. Here's your initiators. What other initiators do we think are good on this map? Some other options.
Honestly, I think all of them are pretty good. You just have to play them good and have a team come build around them.
Yep, that's definitely true. Like Fade and Breach are really good. Probably, if you want to do a more fast-paced comp, you could run Breach instead of Gecko. You'd also run Fade, but Fade's harder to use. Okay, now our controllers. We talked about Viper. Are there any other controllers that are good on this map?
I would say Omen is pretty decent, like or Astra.
I'd go
After
with
the map.
Astra. Astra for sure. Astra's an option.
It does
Used
like
to be
Omen
in
1
the-
with more.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay.
It doesn't
It's all right.
matter.
Yeah. Well, okay. Now, Duelist. I know what you guys are gonna say, but
I would say
Who's-
Neon
who's it?
Yoru.
Neon Yoru.
Like, Neon is also pretty good on this map. It's also like you can also run Ice on this map honestly if you run it good enough.
So what we're starting to figure out is there's a lot of options on this map, right? So really, it's down, and then like your Sentinel here, like Cypher Deadlock.
Chamber is also playable.
Chamber's playable too. Yeah, everything is playable here, but you
I
guys
would
just
say
gotta
Killjoy
figure out.
not really. I would say Killjoy
No.
is pretty bad on this map, yeah.
No, but these are like pretty much all your options here, with these two being must-haves right here.
You can make a box, you know? You could click box.
I'll just do that. Okay, so now that we got that, as I go through the map, start thinking about what comp you want to run. Okay, with these agents, I'll take a screenshot too. I'll put it in the chat. Okay. Let's do rid of that. Okay, now let's talk about how to play the map. Okay, so what is... Say we're running... We'll go with a double controller comp here. So we'll go with these two, Sky, Raze, and Cypher. This is a... This comp is used a lot in pro. So where would we place everyone? Do we know where the Viper wall is supposed to go?
On defense or on offense?
On offense, in our offense
Yeah.
default. Where does it go?
It goes like can you have it all? It goes like can you move
short.
to the left, like now here,
There,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, basically here.
Yeah, so it goes right there. And then we have a smoke
Orbs go your
that
hub,
goes
yeah.
here. So I will say you guys can play Viper on this map, but your Viper player needs to know the lineups. You're not going to get value out of Viper unless you have a Viper player who knows how to play on this map. And just keep in mind, guys, you have like a week to learn, less than a week. You have 6 days to figure out how to play Viper on this map, and this is a very hard map to play. So if
We
you're
have
going to play
3 days
Viper, you have
to
to have a
Thursday.
well, yeah, pretty much, right? But this is just a very, very hard agent to play on this map. You have to know your stuff, okay? You have to know the timings. So Viper's good because you can run this on your default on attack, and then you can run. There's this wall. I can show you how to do it. I'll actually go in game.
Yeah, enter the TP. I love this whole.
You guys see my Valorant screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
thought you do it from the inside of hookah. I've seen people do that from the
Well,
inside.
you can do it here too, right? And basically it blocks off hookah and long, and then it blocks off showers here so you can hold showers easier. So that's the default wall there, and then you got this one here. Okay, so how do we play this setup on it? There's a lineup that'll go here when the round starts, but how do you use this wall when the round
You
starts?
can walk up short.
Yeah,
the right
so
side.
we pop this. We can also walk up this way, right? And we can isolate some angles this way here.
Come on,
Come
crouch it
down.
from the bottom and you're dead.
You can also go like this. You can drop the smoke and have a teammate walk up with you and clear U-Haul like this, right? And then you can basically what does this wall threaten to the defenders if you do a wall
Lurk.
like this?
Lurks.
Through where?
You're short.
Through short and lamps here. So
Yeah, like when you go to short, you can usually only go U-Haul.
so basically the defenders, if this wall is up, they have to have somebody either peek through the wall or have somebody stationed in lamps here holding it. And usually
Or waste util. They can also just waste
Yeah.
util. Oh,
like sometimes you might have somebody holding A from back here, but if that wall's up, then they can't tell, and they could be all the way in lamps without you knowing, right? So if you remember on Pearl, when we played Pearl, we had a wall that we did every round. It's the same thing on Bind. You would want to do this setup every single round, and you want to do conditioning. So that's doing something over and over again, so the enemies have to respect it, right? So, again, if we're trying to like condition a lurk, when do we want to do it in the half? Early or late in the half?
early.
Early.
Yeah, early in the half. Our lurkers know that. So if you were to do this setup, you'd want to utilize it early in the half. So they have to keep somebody. They have to keep somebody stationed watching it. They have to respect it. Okay. Okay, and then there's also a thing you can do with Viper. After you throw that wall, you can also throw like a one-way. You could also throw. You could do it short too. The Viper orb's very big.
You can one way
and-
short.
Kinda. It's a little too big now. The box isn't tall enough anymore. But yeah, you
You
can.
work on the side. If you play from U-Haul, you can steer also legs. Like they can see yours, but if they're in smoke, you can still get a kill from it.
Yeah. So, yeah, you could do that. But basically, that's kind of how you play Viper. And then you want to know there's like some ults you could do. Like when the round starts, you can ult down here, right? And that gets all of long. And then like you can also ult like all the showers. But yeah, so there's a lot of basically the summary on Viper. If you want to choose Viper, you want to have someone who knows how to play Viper. If someone's not willing to put in the work on playing Viper, don't run it because you won't get value out of it. You should have a Cypher instead if you're not going to run Viper. Okay. Does anyone have any questions on Viper? Okay. Who does anyone here on their team? Do you think that you are going to play Viper? Because I won't cover it if you guys don't think you are going to play her, but I will if you are.
I guess not.
Team Crinklers, do you guys want to run Viper? Are you considering it?
Like, I don't think anyone is able to learn how to play Viper in 3
No.
days.
Okay, I know Valiant plays Viper, but
Yeah, he does.
okay.
But
So I'll just run with the
he's our
assumption we're
only
not.
smoke player.
So I'm basically gonna replace Viper for Cypher for the time being, and he's kind of like your lurker. And then we'll go with. So this is an example comp. You guys can change this. If you want to run Yoru, you can run Yoru. If you want to run Sova or Fade instead of Sky, cool. If you want to run Breach instead of Gecko, cool. If you want to run Astra instead of Brim, cool, right? But this is kind of how we do it on attack. Now, when we default, what's our goal on attack? What are our goals when we're doing a default?
Picks
Bait
and
out the
info.
Uno.
All right, one at a time. Ishmael first.
Picks and info.
Picks and info. Patrick.
Gets base, like control of the map and bait out util.
Yes, that one is more how we want to do it on bind, right? You want to take space on. There's 4 lanes here. There's long, there's hookah, there's short and lamps, and then there's showers. And basically every round you default, you want to aggress 1 or 2 of those positions, those lanes. Okay. So if we do showers, what we would do is we'd send Sky flash in and raise peek it, right? And you get showers control, and you want to farm the orb, right? If you're gonna do long, then you want to do kind of the same thing over here, right? You have Sky flash around the corner, raise peek, maybe raise throws a nade.
You can even
Um,
have like Raise Just and Sky getting up from like on B, getting the orb and just TPing, getting another orb. Then you can just farm orbs every round.
You could do that. That's something you can do. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, but basically your Raise and Sky or Raise Sky and Gecko are like your main force that's taking space. So every round on your default, just keep this in mind. Every round on your default, you want to take one of these lanes, okay? I'll just do, for the sake of example here, I'll just we'll do, and I'll screenshot this for you guys. But Cypher trip back here. These are the trips you want to do. And then he'll hold short from this off angle. And then we'll have Brim kind of hold here. I'll do this. Something like this is good. Okay? Alright. Let me throw that in. Okay, so that's if we take showers. We can switch it up if we're going B long. We can have maybe 3 people in, right? Get B long control. And then from here, we're trying to figure out where the sentinel is, where the players are, if there's a heavy stack somewhere. And then if there's too many people over here, we'll TP and rotate towards A and push up. And we'll push up like this, right?
Shouldn't someone make sure that TPing towards A is safe?
Yeah,
stick
for sure.
to the recap.
You can have like a cam here. Yeah. Yep. You want to have eyes on pretty much the whole map when you default. And don't be surprised if the enemy team or your team plays this map very slow. This is a map where your guys' TikTok brain is gonna hurt you, okay? Because
TikTok brain is crazy.
everyone waits forever to attack on this map, and that's kind of the way to play it. Because if you run a Gecko, they have rechargeable utility, right? So you could have Gecko throw a flash out long, see that there's nobody there, go and pick it up, wait 30 seconds, and then throw it again somewhere else, right?
Isn't it
So-
10 seconds?
Or maybe it's
20?
10 seconds, I don't know. But basically, just
That's why
keep in
yours
mind
can
on
TP. You can TP with your.
yeah on defense. Just keep in mind that the attackers are probably going to play it slow. Now, if we add one twist to this comp, right? Let's do Sage instead of Gecko, because you probably don't want to get rid of Cypher in this setup. I know a lot of you guys like playing Sage. So Sage, you can do more of a rush heavy comp or play style. So like the Sage wall, you can run up here, like A short, have a Cypher lurk, and you can wall sight and get a free plant. So Sage on attack is really good because you can just get a free A plant, hold lamps like this, have Cypher lurk late, and this is a really great anti-eco strat, or just in general. If their A side is weak, you can just rush up short and wall. If you go B, you can wall either elbow or CT so they can't flood. You can throw these slows so they can't flood out. Sage is really good on this map too. Okay. All right. On defense, we can do with Sage. Oh, I didn't even talk about orb control yet. Let's talk about orb control. So, which orb on this map is favored by the attackers?
Long.
Showers. Or is it showers? One.
Showers is. Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, one thing you can do on defense is throw, if you're Brimstone, is you can commit one of your smokes right when the round starts. I would do this almost every round. You want to commit a smoke either here or here. Because with just that one smoke, you can basically farm orb on defense, right? If you have like another teammate here, you can tap orb, and if they try to push the smoke, it's going to be really hard for them because it's a very small opening. You can spam through it. You can throw a raise nade, brim molly, right? And you can get this orb. On B long, it's kind of similar, right? You can just throw the smoke down, get the orb, and then run out, right? So orb control is super important. So on defense, when you're playing Brim, you want to smoke one of these sides to get the orb. If you have Sage in your comp, you can do something similar. You can actually run up and wall vertical like this, and it makes getting the orb and pushing showers really hard. And you can actually do this safely. The only way they can kill you if you're Sage is if a raise satchels and shoots.
Or they have Steam.
Yeah, so let me...
Wait, wouldn't it be an Astra better to like get orbs on defense and just play smokes with her 5 stars?
I mean, Astra's not bad on this map, but Brim, you can just commit one of the smokes and they have two smokes for post plant. So basically, how you do it here is you just...
Yeah, but I mean, like when we wedge the first smoke on like A, then we don't have smokes on B because Brim is out of the range. On B, like when we smoke B, we don't have smokes on A.
Brim, if you play towards the middle of the map here on defense,
You can still smoke showers from there.
so Brim can't smoke everything on the map, but he can smoke from U-Haul right here. He can smoke hookah right here. And then if you go on the other side, if you play him in hookah, he can smoke short from here. Right? Okay, so let's talk about that, right? Let's say Brim can only smoke one of these. They can only smoke short. So say they're coming up A, right? And we have sort of a take like this. What should these two players do? Say the enemies are coming out short, and we have a couple players on A. What should they do?
You should take space showers.
Yep, exactly. So if they're going on A, Brim can smoke this, right? Kind of delay them a little bit, but then you guys want to take showers and get showers control because that makes the retake way easier. Because if they plant here, these players can spam it, right? If you have a raise over here, they can nade it.
You can even blind out and swing it.
You can blind out and swing it. Yep, you can also do a flank around short. So showers control is really, really important during the during retake here. Yeah, so same can be said for B if they have everyone going long or everyone going hookah. If you take long space or take hookah space, it's harder for them to hold the site if you have that, right? So, okay. All right, next thing. If you don't have Cypher on attack, okay? You don't have Cypher. You don't have these trips. What do you have to do as an attacker if you don't have Cypher?
Check flank.
There's check flank, but really,
Have someone lurking?
yeah, could do that.
When you have someone lurking, there's a lot of timings still, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of times in this map. There's a lot of opportunities for the enemies to get a good flank on you. So what you need to do if you don't run Cypher is play a very default heavy strategy, right? So you want to have someone holding all these lanes. Like you still do the thing where we get control, but you need someone watching every single lane. Like if you were doing this comp with Brim, Gecko, Sage, Raze, Sky, you need to be watching everything in case they push, right? You could hold it like this and then take this space. So that's why I totally recommend having a Cypher in your comp, because it just makes playing Bind so much easier, and you guys aren't really good at defaulting yet, right? Like what we do on default a lot is on both teams we'll take space somewhere, we'll get a kill, and then we'll be like, oh, let's take the site, let's go, and you just jump the gun really fast. But you haven't learned the discipline of like working the map, letting the timer roll down, and all that. So you probably want to run Cypher, but yeah. Okay, let's watch a couple rounds from some pro games and see if we pick out anything else from Bind, how it's played.
Yeah.
Can you guys all see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so notice how so this comp here is Brim, Sky, Raze, Cypher, Viper, which is a good one, right? They have the wall up. The other team also has a Viper. They have the wall up. The same walls we were talking about. And notice how they're playing this exactly how I was saying, right? They have everyone watching. They have someone watching every single angle, basically, every single lane. So let's see how it goes.
Sentinels quickly did the same. 3 ops online for Gen G here, looking to try to close things out if Sen get aggressive.
Okay. Let's get Stilly.
They've all got rifles, I would assume, to be able to pick back up as well.
Round 12, final round of this first half.
And actually a really important one, I think, for Sen to be able to get online. You know, they've got the ults here. Zels is one away from having an orbital strike too.
All it takes is one misstep though. One opened up body, just trying to gather the information from Sentinels. It might just go down to it. Zekken again, jiggling. Meteor, eager for the fight, eager for it indeed.
So notice they fight somewhere and then they back off and then they aggress another part. There's a lot of like back and forth stuff going on here.
And there it is. The first punish online. I mean, operators across.
And the response from the defenders when there was someone in showers was, we need to send some utility through the teleporter so that we can help this guy.
The field, it's Charon just plucking tens out of the picture.
And that reaction trying to set up the showers crunch where Zekken could re-ult back onto Meteor. Didn't realize Meteor had already left. They'd read the play and punished the reaction.
Hiding inside the smoke, doubled up now. They want to flood back into this one, trying to catch that timing, and here it is. Doubled up high-low, Sentinels. This may be the right read for them, but Lakia is brute force to barrel through Sassy. So damn fancy. Might have brought them a window of opportunity, a chance. Very narrowly. Nade rebounds, but not enough to stop this one, and Zekken still has the rocket showstopper available. Pit now going to be dropped down here with the rocket to clear through and out over the top. It's lifeless. Baron in nature, but he snipes him anyway. Expected a
Okay, what do we notice this round?
This rocket was the craziest play I ever saw.
Yeah, it's true. So Raze counters Viper a lot, right? So if there's a Viper ult down, the Raze ult can clear it out. Your nade can clear it out, right? Because there's only so many places they can hide, and your nade and Boombot can block out a lot of that. So, yeah. But another thing that we saw here is when they planted the spike, notice a nade and a molly came through, right? So
There's also one more thing. When they were taking side, they also take hookah control when they were taking side from long, like you said in showers all night.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's true. But when you plant, there's a lot of opportunities to deny the plant or to do damage on the planter. There's there's brim ults you can do, mollies, nades, because you know exactly where they're going to plant. The plant spot's right here, and then there's another one over here. So if you play Brimstone, you can kind of learn some of in Raze. You can learn these, how to get them off this spot, and that's really good for flooding a site, right? Like if they plant and you want to retake right after that, like your team's already rotated, you can throw the nade on the guy who's planning and then flood the site. So And then another thing from this, you know, they didn't really use the walls this time because it was kind of late in the half. They did it earlier in the game, but this wall here does a pretty good job of making the push a little harder. And they had a high-low set up here as well. But yep, okay. Let's watch next one here. This is you're gonna see how the Viper's played. Even if you're not playing Viper, you should know how it works because a lot of teams are gonna run it. Okay.
Seems to be a return to that, right?
It seems to a little bit, but bear in mind we've only seen it once prior to this. So that could have just been their game plan against Heretics.
And notice how they threw a brim smoke at the start of the round. The defenders threw a brim smoke, so you can throw it long, you can throw it short, or you can throw it in showers. And that basically, like, you can kind of leave that area open or just barely watch it, and the enemy team has to send some sort of initiator util through it, right? So you're not giving
Unless
them
they're
free
crazy.
space. They could be crazy, but a lot of people are scared of smokes.
This defensive setup, for example, much more reminiscent of what they've been doing early on in this game.
And look at what this Brimstone's doing, okay? If you're watching B long, I used to do this when I was on a team, is like my job was literally to just hold this angle for forever. Literally, you're just kind of like jiggling this, and if you see anything, you back off, because that means that the defenders are trying to, if they're pushing up all the way here, they probably have like 3 people here, and they're just ready to push and flank, right? So your job here is not to, deny it and get a bunch of kills. It's literally just you're just here for info. Like, you could even just knife jiggle it and back away. Same with this guy. They're probably holding more with the gun, but a lot of times people will trip up in defaulting on bind, and they'll just dead hold an angle and die, and then their team's in a 5v4, right, or 4v5. Okay, but we got a similar setup here. We have Cypher trying to lurk up showers this time.
And more similar to what they've done classically on the back.
The Meteor Classic. I was talking about the guy just likes to go walkabouts. Solo plays towards showers, tries to play off the timings as well and noise that the rest of his team makes.
And I would say that this is Munchkin's weakest map individually. I think that's one of the reasons that Sen will have picked this and felt confident about it too. Gen.G's map pool is just outrageously good. This is probably down towards the bottom. If they're able to recover here, put up an excellent attack half, I mean, they might just be the goats. Who knows?
See. Giganda now seriously at this bonus round as a call being made fast. Look at that Stimmy 10 is following it through all the way into Labs. Stunned up, there was that connection and they are just running and gunning. Current didn't stand a chance. A second go of things now. Dizzy, there's some value. Blinded up, but at least Lakia can stand his ground. Rooted into place with 40 seconds left. Time, not too much of a problem just yet, as long as they do slow it down and pick off these remaining players around. Sassy, back in the sight. Ghost, winning it, but now just facing all together. Second real.
Okay, so what'd you guys notice about that take?
It took them. They're waiting for smokes to come out and for the team to grip up, and then they hit together.
Yeah, so how they play the default is they're holding these angles. They got some info. They kind of knew where the setup was, and then they grouped up and pushed through. And what they did here is they used the wall to help them take lamps first. They took lamps, and then they took sight. They didn't take it both at the same time. So that was a good job of taking this space and getting it. Right? And then we have a lurk here. So this is a really strong push, no matter what comp you do. A 4 push-up short, and then 1 lurk through showers. But this guy has to be very disciplined. I know our lurkers, our ciphers, like to just push in alone really fast, but a good lurker is patient, right? You want the enemies to be holding your angle and then be like, there's no way there's anyone there, then walk away, and then you walk up, right? But a lot of us, we push a little too early, and then we get picked off. So good thing to keep in mind. Okay. Let's watch that again.
Probably down towards the bottom. If they're able to recover here.
And notice they push, the dog goes first, and the raise follows the dog with the satchel.
Excellent attack half. I mean, they might just be the goats.
Look at the raise.
Giganda now seriously at this bonus round.
Or he just satchels up, but they follow the dog like right behind it and take with the dog. So that's how you want to, if you're a duelist, that's how you want to follow up on your initiator util. Okay, now I got a fun strat for you guys. This is a good one to do it on an eco round. This guy TMV, he's a really good YouTuber, by the way, Valorant YouTuber. But it's called a showers crunch. So basically, what you do
I like
if you
it.
don't have good runs or good guns is you have your Sky over here, Gecko, and then let's throw like a Brim here, right? And then you have like your Sage can be here too, just around. And basically, when the round starts, if there's anything like you're gonna get up here, and if there's anything in showers, you're gonna flash through the teleporter, through the teleporter, and then just push this together. And you want to do it when the enemies are like past this doorway, basically. So you have someone kind of like holding this angle right here. Here, this is probably what you want to do. You want to have it like this. You smoke bottom long so you can get up here. And then if Raze sees somebody jiggling this, then Raze, you back up, teleport, and then Gecko flash, and then you pinch here. So we'll kind of see how that looks here.
Fnatic, and then we'll go along with Just Chronicle here, watching towards Hooker. And as we watch the way this round plays out, we mentioned before that Fnatic didn't really want to come and take,
So see, they smoke bottom long here so they can get out, and then they have people watching this.
heavy control of showers or actually walk in there, and this is the reason why, because they smoke this off here, does Boaster, and now him and Leo are ready to come and take this teleport to the wall will go up, and they're going to pinch on these players in towards showers. So as soon as they kind of get this information that, yep, someone's in there, you see we take the double TP there from Fnatic, and then we're going to get a Raze nade in here, and it's going to be swing, 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 and, well, these Vitality players are in a lot of trouble as Althea manages to get one. Okay, they trade it out, and actually everyone's dead already, but that's the Spike as well, and so this round kind of, it's pretty much over at this point, because the Spike is in a very, very bad spot.
Okay, so anyone have any questions on this play here? I'll put these all in the map sheet, by the way. I'll put them all in your sheets. Does anyone have any other strats they like to do on Bind with whatever comp? Otherwise, we can get into a game and do some 4v4. It looks like we have enough for that. And test out some stuff. Do a swift play. You guys down?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so load into Valorant. Enjoy my lobby.
What the?
Okay, party's open. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. Cool. So we'll do 4v4.
Like, what do you think about the team comp, like your Raze, Brim, Sky, and Cypher?
That's not bad. Yeah, because
That's not bad, it's crazy.
Yoru, if you function Yoru as an initiator more than a duelist, right? Or a fast rotate, then that's not bad. It's just, I'm just saying, it's
But
hard
you can
to
do a
play
lot
that.
of lurks with Yoru. You can bait out Udil, you can bait out Presence. There are easier effects with Clone, you can rotate a lot. You can set up
Sure,
more
yeah.
traps.
You can do that. You can do that totally. It's just, it's going to be challenging, right? Because Yoru is just a hard agent to play and get value out of.
Hey man, I got it.
But
I
if
don't
you're
know.
the goat on it, then go ahead, bro.
I'm the goat on your.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Why
say
don't
I'm
we
the
try some Yoru? See how it works. Let's do it. Both teams get a Yoru.
Oh, yeah. I used to be a Euro 1 trick, so.
Okay.
I had
Wait,
like
can I play
200 hours on
Sage?
Yoru.
Yeah, you can play Sage.
Yay!
Yeah.
Wow, Gavin stole Sammy from me. Are you kidding me?
That's
He might
crazy,
need
right?
he might need to steal me too. He needs the support for his practice.
No, no,
in 20
no.
minutes.
The Valorant Premier Team. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. We're just gonna do a swift play.
Oh.
Because there's a new member night today, right?
No, we
No?
don't have anyone new this week, so
Pretty easy.
yeah. All right, is that everyone? Who's not in? Photo?
Who's not in,
Oh
guys?
no, he's in.
No, I'm in.
Wyatt is not in.
Wyatt.
Wyatt! Cookie
I'm in
Banana
zero.
09. Yeah, me either.
It's fine. Start it up. We win this.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, yeah.
Damn, I'm with Raccoon 43 and Versavai.
Let's have a.
Hey, that's not look equals for me.
Hey, I have a request. I have a request. Wait, can we just do like
What
Well,
is
I'm gonna be on the.
Narcos?
I'm gonna be on the 3. I'm gonna be on the 3. So.
you can switch me and you.
You're
You
gonna
can switch me and
carry.
you.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. So
Okay.
I'm in the Blake with I'm in the team with the Blake.
Can I switch
Ah.
with Versify?
No, this is good.
I want to
This
be on
is
the team
good.
with 3
That's
as well.
good.
This is good. Let's do it.
Okay, okay.
All right. Just go in 10 man's chats.
Tournament chat, so what? We're on offense, Blake. Where is offense at?
Mouse.